trying to remember the play. I know that we had a three-point shot, and there was a timeout called, and I'm not sure if they executed something on one end or not. I do know that we went on a drought after that. I think they started kind of denying IMAC the ball, really jumping and forcing other guys to make plays, which today was a little bit of a challenge. Honestly, we were in playing really good basketball without two of our main, guys. With Day-Day Ames spraining his ankle. I think he only played 7 minutes tonight, and then Elijah Saunders was in foul trouble the entire game and barely played at all. So to be in that position was really energizing for us. I mean, I was really enthused. I thought that resembled more of a Virginia basketball type of game. I think that we were playing the right way, doing certain things. Having two starters out kind of made it a little more challenging, and we had to depend on a couple of young guys. I think we missed a couple of point-blank shots at the rim, and the best that we could do was to create those opportunities. Then we have to, put the ball in the basket. I think Blake maybe missed a floater, and I think Andrew missed a floater in there. Jacob Kofi missed a dunk. So I think some of our youth and inexperience showed down that stretch, and we'll watch it and we'll see.
Okay, Greg, go ahead.
Is that a hard needle to thread when you're trying to bring a team together that's young and trying to win ACC games at the same time? Is that a difficult thing to accomplish?
Absolutely. That's why there are some challenges in what we do. It's not just X's and O's. A lot of it is emotional. It's experience. You're playing in a hostile environment, back-to-back games on the road. You've been traveling since a lot of things kind of come into play. And then you take two of your guys that are, supposed to settle you down, and they're not, able to do that because they're on the bench. So, but as a fact, as I look at, our play, I mean, we had some really, really good stretches of basketball today. And I think today we took a massive step forward in our defensive side of the ball and also, the offensive side of the ball. The turnovers, again, plagued us. I don't know what the exact final score of the game was, 51-63. And we gave them 18 points out of our turnovers. I think those are things that we have to continue to clean up. And when you take one of your primary ball handlers off the game, out of the game, it definitely impacts that play.
Okay, Jeff.
Obviously, Isaac has proven himself as a shooter and a scorer in this league. Other guys have had moments, but it seems like it's imperative, isn't it, that somebody else step up to take some of the load off him, particularly in late game situations when they're just all over him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, when you take two of your main transfers that I go back that you brought in to assist in that situation. Where Day-Day as a point guard, playmaking kind of guy that attracts some attention when he's attacking off the dribble, and then you take your forward who had 19 points on the road at Florida, and you take those two guys off the floor. The attention does fall on him, and then it falls on some of the younger guys, But I think that Jacob did a really good job tonight. I think that when we got on the floor, we dove, we did some things that resemble us a lot more today than we have in the past, and that's the encouraging piece.
Okay, Greg.
Where did you see that stretch into the first half, into the second half? I think it was more than 8 minutes that you had held them scoreless.
Yeah.
What did you see defensively that worked?
We were connected. We were covering for one another. Our ball screen defense was better. We didn't get stretched. We contested shots. We stayed down on shot fakes. We did all the little things well, and then that allowed us to kind of absorb the run that they went on. And then we shut them down, and then we made our run. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize that in the second half. Again, back to there were a lot of young athlete mistakes made down the stretch there with just covering from the wrong side or doing certain things that young guys do. Unfortunately for us, we're in a position where we have to depend on first-year guys to be on the floor and do certain things.
Okay, Jeff.
One of those first-year guys was Ish. How did you think he kind of pressed into that role?
We want Ish to continue to come. He handles the ball. He could do some things. He made a shot today. He made some decent plays. He got other guys some shots. I think his experience today hopefully will help him later. We're encouraged by him. He was thrusted into the position today, and I think he did a really good job defensively as well.
Greg.
Do you have a timetable for Ames yet, and any prognosis on Christian Bliss and when he might be available?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't really know what happened to Ames, except that he rolled his ankle. How serious it is, we'll find out. And Christian is basically day to day right now.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
Just what does it mean adding SMU, Cal, Stanford?
Yeah.
You obviously get one of the newcomers now. You play all three back to back
Yeah.
later in the
Yeah.
season. But what's
Yeah.
that like adjusting to new teams in the conference?
Yeah, well, I will tell you when we take that Cal trip, what that's like after being on the road for back-to-back games is definitely a competitive advantage to the home teams. I don't know what we did wrong to have to go on the road to all three of these games. I thought that Coach Bennett had a little more respect in the league, but we're gonna figure it out when we get there. I think we had a good plan in place. But yeah, I mean, being here, this is obviously a fantastic institution. So is Cal, so is Stanford, and we're happy that they're in the league. And it is going to be a long trip, but it's part of the journey.